Hello and welcome back to RAD BMX Builds. Yeah, I'm still here in New Hampshire and I got a little bit of news about that. But first I want to talk about today, August 12th. Back in 2021 is when I started this YouTube channel. That's 4 years ago. I know you're probably seeing this video a little while after that because of scheduling, but I've put out 401 videos in 208 weeks. That averages about 1.92 videos a week. That's pretty consistent. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm happy with those results. I hope you are too. Hit that subscribe button. Okay, like many of you know, I've been in New Hampshire now a couple months since June, and this is August 12th. And I told you I'm trying to buy a place here, and I've had 4 offers in on different places. One was even an escrow, and none of them have worked out. I'm getting a little frustrated, but I still have time. I'm not leaving here till mid-October. I'm not trying to complain. It's just been hard in this market, if you will, trying to find a second place. I'm very fortunate to have the ability to get a second place, so I just need to stay positive, stay focused, and we'll be bringing one of those second places to you. Another hard thing for me to find while I'm here is bikes. I've gone to some bike shows, bike swap meets, but everywhere I look, I can't seem to find any bikes. I want to be able to show you some old school BMX bikes, but I'm having a hard time finding any anywhere. I've looked here, I've looked there, I've reached out to people that have bikes. It's also been really hot here. I left Texas to come to New Hampshire to get out of the heat. I knew building bikes would be a struggle here because I really haven't got myself situated here. I don't have a place yet to build bikes. So even if I were to find some, I don't even know where I'm going to begin. Where would I build bikes here in New Hampshire if I can even find them? So I'm going to be on the lookout. And if I can find a bike to build, I'm going to build you a bike. And we're going to build it on video together. Hopefully I find a couple because I miss building bikes for you guys. So if you see any, you know of any, put it down in the comments section. Be like, hey, Sean, I know of this bike you should build. You should check it out. Welcome back to RAD BMX Builds, everybody. My name is Sean, and we are in New Hampshire, and I scored 2 rad bikes. You saw the thumbnail. That's right. The Bart Taylor bike, and no other than the very beautiful Christian Hollings bike. The Bart Connor bike is a 1984 Mongoose Californian, and the Christian Hollings bike is a 1985 Mongoose Californian. Both survivors, excellent condition, but not perfect. And they need to be because they're going to a good home. All right, check these beauties out. The red and chrome Californian, like the one Christian Hollings rode in the movie Rad. And right next to that, the Bart Taylor bike, just like the one he rode in the movie Rad. But there are a couple things wrong that you'll pick up on, like the grips, and we're missing the rest of the pads. But that's no big deal. I already bought a pad set and black Mongoose grips from BMX Products in Arizona. So these 2 bikes are going to have all the right parts, and they look great. They're in good shape, but I need them to be perfect. So we're going to polish out the chrome and get these things looking great. Let's go over the bikes as they are, the way that I bought them. Okay, starting with the Bart Taylor bike. This is a 1984, like I said, and it's got some 2-tone ODI mushroom grips that are wrong for the bike. It's also missing the stem pad and crossbar pad, which I have inside. The bike's in great condition. It does have newer tires, but everything else is on there. The original Pro Class MX brakes, the original Pro Class wheels, and the highly sought after Pro Class power disc. You can see it's got the original Californian decals, which are in pretty good shape. I like that they're original. I don't have to peel them off and put the new ones on. The SR stem, Pro Class bars, and the very hard to find Mongoose seats that came on these bikes during this time. What a great bike. Proper brake cables. Like I said, pretty much all original down to the reflectors. I think the only thing that's been swapped on this is the tires and the grips. All right, now let's talk about the Christian Hollings bike. One of my favorites, and this is the second one that I've owned in survivor condition. The other one was perfect. This one, you know, shows its age a little bit, but everything is there, right down to the Mongoose grips, the Mongoose OG pad set, which we're going to clean up with a little bit of soap and water. And then we're going to put a good shine to this chrome using some chrome metal polish. Now on the 85, they went to a Leachai brake, not the Pro Class, but they still have the Pro Class wheels, and these ones are the black ones, which are really hard to find. And again, the Pro Class power disc, the super hard to find seats, and you'll see the Leachai brake out back. Yes, I'm holding it up with a stick. I'm in the middle of a field. Beautiful loop tails on both of them. And the red rim strip in there. Just a nice touch. SR pedals. Super cool bike. Both of these together are great. It's only missing one bike. That's right. They're missing the Crew Jones bike. And if you remember, about a year ago, I built the Crew Jones bike, a perfect replica. It was gorgeous, pristine, 1985 Mongoose Californian, just like these, and I sold it. Do you remember who I sold it to? Think about it. He's pretty popular. You might have heard of him. He came out to my house and pretty much forced the sale on me. That's right. Roman Atwood has that Crew Jones bike, and these are going to Roman as well. All right, a little Lola cam there for you. And let me just give you an overall of the bikes, because I really want to capture the condition they're in now, which I would probably give them a 7.5, 8 out of 10. There's not a lot for me to do to these bikes other than, like I said, swap out the grips and the pads on the black one and do some serious chrome polishing just to get them in perfect condition. And I don't think that's going to be a lot of work, but if you know me, I just hate polishing chrome. The Crew Jones bike was so nice and so shiny. So these need to be the same way. And we're going to do that in this video. We're going to clean these up. We're going to put on the grips. We're going to put on the pads. And then we're going to do a reveal, and you're going to see the transformation. Okay, good morning. This is turning into a multi-day build with these bikes. We are heading to Manchester to Brett's bike shop, and Brett's going to help us out fine-tuning this bike and getting it ready for this build.
Welcome to Brett's Bike Shop. I'm Brett. Nice to meet you guys. This is my bike shop. I've been in the industry for about 15 years, and a couple of years ago I was able to take over the bike shop that I ran for 10 years, and so I've actually owned it myself now for a couple of years. It's been a great experience. I've got some great customers that come in, really loyal customers that come in that kind of keep me busy for sure. I do sales and service. I specialize in affordable recreational riding, so think like rail trail stuff. And then on top of that, I do a lot of BMX. So I'm pretty much the only shop in the area that does BMX. Love what I do. I get to wake up every morning and do what I love. And I've got some really awesome customers. Made some really awesome friends along the way. I love working on bikes. I love tinkering and BMX bikes in particular, just because it brings everyone into the game. It's my bike shop. This is it. It may not be the prettiest, it may not be the fanciest, but it's mine, and that's all that matters to me.
All right, Brett, I want to get started. And on the 85 Christian Hollings bike, what I think I want to do is probably take the wheels off and the brakes and the reflectors. And then we're just going to give this thing a good going over, getting rid of some of these tight spots, this rust. It's kind of all over the place, and I don't want to give it to its new owner like that. So let's get a basic tear down, and then we will start polishing. Okay, as you can see, we made some great progress on those bikes, and a huge shout out to Brett for helping me. You notice that we removed the red grips from the Christian Hollings bike. I bought brand new red Mongoose grips and brand new red Mongoose pads. Those are not going to make it here by the end of this video, so I wanted to tell you that now. However, I'm not going to leave you hanging. This is going to be a part one, because Roman Atwood and I are talking about perhaps maybe I go out to his place when the bikes get there, unbox them, and we're going to build in his studio a whole Rad movie wall display with all three bikes and maybe some other stuff from the movie Rad. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe. That's going to be a great video. I hope you liked this one. Leave me a comment down below. And as always, stay rad.